In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create 3 simple logos by using the Type tool. We are going to create the 3 that you can see on your screen right now, so we'll get straight into it. You need to make a new document that is 800 by 600 pixels in size. We're going to begin by creating the Friendly Friendships logo, which is just the letter F written twice. They've just been rotated slightly to give us this effect. Okay, so in your document, grab your text tool, your Type tool, press the letter F. Using your black arrow, hold down Shift and resize it to a decent size on your page. You can rotate it by hovering just off the edges of the bounding box, holding down Shift and rotating it to a -45-degree angle. I'm just going to colour that F in red. Then I'm just going to Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste, turn that F to an orangey colour, and as I did before, hold down Shift and I'm going to rotate it so it's right around the other way. It's almost like an upside down reflection. And then I'm just going to use my black arrow to drop it into place. Doesn't have to be perfect today, but close enough will look good. Okay, so that's the first part of our logo. The second part is to write friendly across the top and then friendships across the bottom. You can see friendship is upside down. It's not the most professional way to create a logo with text that's upside down, but I just want to show you how we get it done today. So to get that text written like that, what I want to do is grab the rectangle tool and I want to remove my remove my fill color and just have a stroke color and draw a rectangle straight over the top of that. So it's going to look a bit like that. Now what we're going to do is get this Type tool again, hold your mouse down on it and select Type on a path. Now a path is just a straight line, or it doesn't have to be a straight line, but just any type of line. And in this situation it is a straight line. We're going to click on that. That's going to allow us to type across that line. Whatever text we write is going to be stuck to that line, or stuck to that path. I'm going to make my font a bit bigger. I'm going to write the word friendly. Oops. Friendship. You see, as I type, that text is sticking to the path and moving around the square. Okay, so what I want to do is just double click on that, get some different colors into this text. So I'm just going to use the red and the orange that I used before. And with my black arrow tool, if you wanted to move this text around, there's these straight line levers that you can actually pick up and you can move the text any which way you want. Okay, so if you want, you can drop it there. Again, that does look a bit silly, so I'll just move it back probably to the middle, the word friendly. And with friendship, I'm just going to double click back in that text area there and just press the space bar. You just keep moving it along until you get it into a reasonably centered position along that path. Okay, so that looks pretty good. When you're done, just click on your text there on that path, right click your mouse and create outlines. And that will give you the option to manipulate that text if you so choose. We don't need to today though, so I'm just going to highlight everything there on the page, right click and group it all together. That's one logo completed and grouped together. So I'm just going to push that to the side for now and we can start on another one. Second logo we'd like to make is goodness gracious. So basically 2 G's rotated around. And we've got text on a path again up here. This time it's going to be a circle path. Okay, instead of a square, we'll be using the Ellipse tool for the text to follow that circular shape. So grab your text tool, draw a capital G on your page. Now when you are using this Type tool, make sure you've got Myriad Pro as your font. That's the one I'm using today, so if you want to stick with the same as me, choose Myriad Pro. Okay, so I'm choosing a color, rotating it 45 degrees or -45 degrees, copying and pasting it onto my page again, choosing a lighter green, and rotating it so it's reflecting the other way. Again, line them up somewhat close to each other. They don't have to be perfect, but so it looks close enough. Grab your Ellipse tool from your toolbox. Make sure you select a stroke color and remove your fill color. I'm just going to hover somewhere around the middle of these G's. I'm going to hold down the Alt key and then the Shift key and start drawing a circle that goes around our logo like so. Okay, if you want, you can nudge it around a little bit to get that circle pretty much over the top of those letters. And using the type on a path tool again, we're just going to write goodness gracious. And same as before, you just highlight bits and pieces of it, change the color as you need to. If you want, you can click on it and make it bigger. You can double click inside the text area, hold the space bar down to push it around a little bit. If you've got your black arrow, remember you can use the levers to twist it around. Okay, so it might even look good on its side, a bit like that. That looks pretty funky. So that's goodness gracious done. So remember, click on your text before you finish, right click on it and create the outlines. That will allow you to edit that text. And I might just convert all that, whoops, I'll just make it all into a group. So right click on it and group it. That way we can resize it. Just push it off to the side for now. 2 logos down, 1 to go. The last one is something similar. It's with the letter S. Okay, see the text is in a bit of an arch shape there, like a circle. This one's all over the place. That's actually using the pen tool to create a path. I'll show you how that works in a moment once we do our something similar logo. Let's draw the letter S, resize it slightly, and we're going to choose blue as the color. We do not need to rotate or reflect this one. The S's are going to stay in the same spot. I'm just going to change the color up slightly. I'm just using my arrow keys to nudge them around a little bit. That looks pretty good. Okay, to use the pen tool to get writing to follow the path, you just pick up your pen. Make sure you've got a stroke color and not a fill color. And basically use the pen tool to draw a path. So I'm going to click once, click a second time and get a bit of an arch, and then go again over this way. Double click to finish. So there's the first path that I want my text to follow. So I'll grab my type on a path tool, click on that path and write something. And you can see that my text has followed that path. I am able to move these levers around, remember. Oops. Seems to be a little bit big, this text, so I might need to resize it just down a little bit. Okay, so now we can see all that text. So you can grab your black arrow and move that text along the path if you would like. Get it into a good spot, pick a color for it, and create the outlines. Okay, there's your text done. Same for the bottom. Grab the pen tool, draw yourself a bit of a path. This one I might make a bit more extreme. As you can see, I left the fill color on by mistake then, and didn't give myself a stroke color. So I'm just going to switch them over. Okay, so no fill color, just a stroke color. There's our path that we're going to write on this time. So I'm going to grab, type on a path tool, click on it, and we need to write the word something similar. Okay, again, grab your black arrow, feel free to move it along that path to wherever you want it. Might get it curling up like that. Yes, it does look a bit dodgy, but you get the idea of how this is working. To finish off, create the outlines on that text. Okay, quite a dodgy looking logo, but we'll just group that together and we're done. So there's our 3 logos. Just by using the type tool and making the text follow a certain path, we're able to create some rather simple but effective logos.